I know she's not here in the ground, like her body is, but I've never been in close proximity to her. Like after all of these years of doing this, I feel really, actually I could cry, I don't want to cry on here. I can't help but think that she knows and we've connected, and I can't wait to meet her one day on the other side.
What if the most important story about your life, what if it was buried generations ago, waiting for someone to care enough to find it? I'm Danielle Romero, and for years, my great-grandmother Lola was nothing more than a question mark in my family's story. Born in Louisiana, her life was a mix of resilience, reinvention, and silence. By the time she reached New York in the 1930s, even her name had been reshaped by survival. She went by Louise. And now I'm standing here at her grave for the first time, finally confronting the silence that has surrounded her story for so long.
All right, we're here in New York, and I was looking for my great-grandma Lola's grave because across the street there's a mall now, but when I was a little girl, my Grammy used to have a salon, and she would bring her mom Lola there, and then when I was born, I would get dropped off at that salon. It's across the street, and it's not there anymore, but it's crazy because it's like a straight shot right here to the grave. So I've never been here, and we couldn't find it. And so we were walking around, and it's so foggy, and there's a statue over there that is like really crazy looking to me. I keep thinking it's a person. I think it's like a Saint Francis of Assisi or something. But it's a Catholic cemetery. But you can see she's got a million names on here. So she has her fake first name, and then Perot, and then Donnelly, and then she remarried again after her husband died to White. So I was having a hard time finding her because I didn't know what name she was under. It was kind of weird because I was telling our older daughter, who's 10, she got a card to help me look. And I was like, this whole thing was called Finding Lola, and then we're here at the grave, and I'm like trying to find her again. It was weird, but I've never been here. I guess I've never been in close, I know she's not here in the ground, like her body is, but I've never been in close proximity to her. Like after all of these years of doing this, I feel really, actually I could cry, I don't want to cry on here, but I feel really, it feels really crazy. And I know that some people don't care about like going and standing at a grave and talking. I don't know, I feel like I can't help but do that. It's just been a long, weird thing. I just think if she hadn't come up from Louisiana and here she is in Albany, New York under a bunch of snow, I wouldn't be here with my kids to talk.
This journey hasn't been just about me or Lola. How many stories like hers, like ours, are buried, forgotten, waiting to be uncovered? How many of us go through life carrying questions about who we are, never realizing the answers maybe are closer than we think?
Yeah, so when my husband and I went to Louisiana for the first time a couple years ago, the first stop that we made, literally got out of the car and went to a cemetery in Campy, Louisiana, where a lot of our ancestors are. I was like walking around and trying to like figure out, where is everybody? It was like my husband was just saying to me, like, it's crazy because Lola's actually been here in the cemetery. Like, I was born in Albany. I grew up here. It's weird that I had to take this big loop down to Louisiana, and then I still had to come back to New York. She's here in New York.
My great-grandmother's story taught me that the past isn't just something to remember. It's something we need to reclaim. And I'm sharing my journey with you because it's not just about my family. It's about all of the stories that we've lost, the questions that we've stopped asking.
I think that if she knew just how important her story would become, I don't know if she would have believed it. And I think that's a really good lesson for all of us, the extent of our life and the mark that our life will make. And certainly she didn't know that in her lifetime. I like to think that she knows now. It's amazing. I hope that it continues to bring people together to realize that we are so connected, and how many stories are here and a million other graves around the country and the world. All the stories, all the secrets, so many things that need to still be shared. Thank you so much for being with me on my journey. We'll talk soon. Thank you for not quitting and doing everything you had to do, and we will remember you.
Over the last 2 years, I've been telling the stories that often get ignored. But lately, I've been facing an uphill battle behind the scenes of each video. My videos are getting flagged by YouTube when all I'm doing is sharing real history. If these stories have ever resonated with you or given you a new perspective, grab some Be a Good Ancestor merch and help me keep this channel going. Check out nytonashville.com.